My name is James Stone. I was born in Ellicottville, New York. I was born and raised on Fish Hill Road at the base of where Hollymont Ski Resort is today. Matter of fact, in my younger days, I drawed hay off Hollymont in a horse and wagon and put it in the barn, which is on the road, the main road going into Hollymont at the present time. I was drafted into the service. We were in Fort Niagara for get our equipment, and it was really cold there. From there, I left Fort Niagara and went to Biloxi, Mississippi, to Keesler Field to take my basic training. I was put in the 931st Aviation Engineers. The outfit was formed there, and from Washington we went to Camp Stoneman in California and staged for going overseas. We loaded on the boats, and I said to myself, I'm not going to get seasick, but I chummed the fish with the rest of the GIs. There was 5,000 of us on that boat. But we finally ended up down in the lower end of the New Guinea Islands and got inshore, set up camp. We got our bulldozers and our trucks and our equipment, survey equipment. We laid out an airstrip, put that in lower New Guinea, we lived in tents and had our foxholes were right side of our tents, most of them were. And one night I remember we were having an air raid. The Japs were bombing us pretty heavy that night. One of the fellas jumped up. There were 6-man tents, and he jumped up and he hit the tent pole and it come down on top of us, all of us. Oh, you never seen such a scramble to get out and get in our foxholes, but we finally made it. That was just one of the small things that happened to us. From Hollandia, we loaded on the LSTs and went up to the island of Luzon in the Philippines and went in on the first invasion of the Philippines. It wasn't a pleasant landing because at that time the Japs had two 12-inch naval guns up on the mountain, and they had them on a railroad track. They would roll them out on the track, fire onto the beach, roll them back in. The Navy couldn't get them with their guns. They finally had to send the Marines up to quiet those guns down. On my way off to the boat into Luzon, I was driving my truck and big trailer, and I didn't quite make it to shore. It got in the water a little bit too deep, I believe. But I tell you, when we hit that beach and those shells started coming, I think I still got sand in my fingernails. I'm not sure. But we spent about 9 months in the Philippines. I went all the way from Lingayen Gulf down into Manila. I went up to Baguio in the Philippines and while we were up there, we did a little R&R, and Baguio was pretty well banged up. That's the summer capital of the Philippines. The road up to Baguio was a 2.5-hour drive with our trucks. We're on our boat out in Luzon in the bay. I was on LST 759. As we went into the shores in Wakayama, it looked like the Japs were ready for us to invade them, but they did not shoot at us, which was good. We'd have never made it if they had. I'm sure if we'd have had to invade Japan before the atomic bomb, it would have been the end of us. General public of the Japanese people received us GIs very well. We were informed that we'd have to be in squads of 10 to 12 men if we went out any, but I have told other people that maybe some GIs won't tell you that, but we were just as welcome, and they were glad the war was over as we were.